But if I move this up to like 1.5, right, and I slice this again, it's still, if you look at the side, it's still very flat, right? Until you get to about 2. So 0.2, notice the difference here. So look at that. It added an extra layer on top. So if you look at the side, it's actually got an extra layer right here. And so that when you print this, it's not flat and it does not look good. So I've noticed that, you know, at least with this model, I need to go down a little bit. Let's try 0.8 on this and see what happens. Let's find out the lowest I can go before it starts getting flatter. Oh, why can't I slice this? What? Well, I changed it, but it should ask me to slice it. So let's try 0.9 again. Oh wait, layer height cannot be greater than. Oh, what did I do? Oh, what? Oh, okay. I meant to do 0.08. Whoops, 0.8. That's what I want to do. So let's try 0.08 and see how that goes. So it's pretty flat. What about 0.09? Like, how far can we go up before it actually starts to extrude to the top? It starts to. Oh, what is that doing? That's pretty flat. So I'm going to try to go. So let's try this print. And then I'm going to go really low and see if it's. Actually, look at the sides of this, though. Look right here. See this right here? I wonder if that will change as well. So let's actually change. Let's see if that changes. So if I go back down to like 0.05. How does that change it? Let's see. Okay, so it changes a lot. Like if you notice this, like it matters. So when you're trying to make a perfect print, you need to really tweak a few things. You need to tweak your print resolution, which is your line height. You need to look at how many perimeters you're printing, because that can also affect your smoothness of your object. Also, you need to look at solid layers on the top. If you add too many of these, or if you add not enough, the top can feel rough. I'm going to increase this to like 4. Let's see if this does anything on the model. Not really, but that does make a difference. So there's a few things you can tweak to get your print smoother. And then of course you've got your flow rate, which you can tweak. If it's still rough, you may have too much filament coming out of the nozzle, right? So you can reduce the amount of filament coming out of the nozzle. You can also move your nozzle away from the bed more. If it's too close to the bed, it's going to smush the filament, and you might get gobs and just roughness on your model, right? So those are the things I look at first to smooth out my models and get them to perfection. Let me look around and make sure that's all I want to tell you here. Infill, that just helps with making things like it's better to have a smaller pattern. So as you go up here in the fill amount, the pattern gets smaller, which makes the print area more reliable. There's less errors, right, that happen. So the speed also affects it. So if you're going to print wood filament, or if you're noticing that your model is still rough, lower the speed. That's another thing. What else can I tell you here? To get your model smooth as possible. Those are the things you need to look at, right? So I would start there, and also one more thing you can do is if you go out here to after you slice it, you can change this drop down in Prusa to look at the is that what I wanted? Yeah, it's gonna go at this speed. This is the flow rate. Usually it's really colorful. It's not colorful this time. Weird. I don't know. It's a small model, so maybe it's why. But you can look at different dimensions of flow rate and temperature, all that good stuff on how it's gonna print. You can see the speed at which it's gonna print. So right now it's going to print at different speeds at different layers. This is what I wanted to see right here. So that's what I was looking for. So you can look to see maybe you're printing too fast, on the top or something. Maybe you're printing too fast in the middle. And it's just why you might have problems. You also got to look at your seams. Your seams are going to cause some havoc, right? Hopefully you don't have too many seams. This one's pretty hidden. So the user's not going to see that when I print this out. But sometimes seams can add like little, goops of stuff, different places in your. You can't do anything about them. Not much about them, at least. They're just there. It's just part of printing. So just be aware of that might be causing some roughness on your model as well. So those are the things I look at least. So I hope that helps you, help smooth out their models. Now, obviously, if I had a better printer than a Prusa Mini, which is getting very old now, a lot of these things are taken care of by the newer printers automatically. You don't have to sit there and tweak. I mean, you can tweak the stuff, and you'll probably want to tweak some of this, but you don't have to tweak so much to get it smoother. And then someday, I will get one of those printers, hopefully soon.